strange mutations of nature spotted in rivers, violent attacks by crocodiles and snakes, and even beings from another planet that seem to be spying on us when no one is watching. We're about to discover the 7 most chilling moments captured in the jungle. Number 7. Trapped. We begin this tour of the creepiest moments in the jungle with the story of a truly reckless man. He was hunting snakes from the bottom of a small river in the Amazon without any protection, and then the worst happened. Let's watch. Although it's clear that this is a veteran and a reckless man capable of introducing his head and a large part of his body into the reptile-infested waters, on this occasion his plan wasn't effective. We can see how he's brutally attacked by a snake, which calmly leaves the place, happy to have eliminated the intruder. For his part, the hunter received one of the biggest scares of his life and probably one of his most serious injuries. Fortunately, he made it out alive, at least from the jungle. Number 6. Unsettle the Tranquility. There's nothing like visiting a new country and enjoying the tranquility offered by its different habitats and landscapes. In the case of this tourist, his decision led him to kayak down one of the most beautiful rivers in the area, but no one warned him that he might come across a great danger. As the man advanced along the river, he felt a strange presence. Something was approaching him, but he didn't have much time to react. Let's take a look at what happened to him. Almost without being able to avoid it, the jaws of a powerful crocodile embed themselves in the kayak and almost tear it apart. The man acts as best as he can, moving his body backward, pushing the kayak in another direction, and desperately trying to flee from the monstrous beast that's eager to devour him. Number 5. Witnesses to the impossible. The next video on the list, far from terrifying you, will cause a great impact on you. In it, we can observe a guy who is being transported on a raft, but his face reveals terror, amazement, and fascination at the same time. What generates these emotions in him? See for yourself. Just in the opposite direction of the raft, a monstrous creature advances down the river. One look is enough to automatically think that it's a pipe, although it would be strange to find one in the middle of the jungle. It can't be real, so it must be another thing, although it's impossible for that to be a snake, isn't it? Well, you're wrong. What you're seeing is exactly what you think it is, and a little further on the video we can see how the creature moves away from the raft, with its zigzagging and undulating movements. It's hard to decipher the size of this monster or what ruthless capabilities it may possess to annihilate anyone who gets in its way. But one thing is for sure, no one would ever want to cross paths with this deformed and unnatural being worthy of prehistory. Number 4. An attack at midnight. Nothing good happens in the wee hours of the morning. This is an old phrase that is still true today, especially when you live in the countryside and hear a strange noise that pushes you out of the comfort of your bed to face danger. This was exactly what happened to an Indonesian family who had been recording numerous attacks on their livestock, especially their goats, which appeared dismembered and bathed in blood every morning. After searching for answers for a long time, one night they found the culprit. Let's see what happened. In the video, we witnessed the thwarted attack of a beast that was about to tear apart the few remaining goats on the property. The owners appeared, and although they're frightening, they chase the creature into the darkness. The light from the flashlights barely manages to illuminate the path, but in the distance, we can hardly distinguish what looks like a deformed creature, which flees on all fours and bears certain traits of the mythical chupacabra. Of course, not only does it bear a physical resemblance, but its previous attacks reveal a very strange and methodical way of killing. Far from taking advantage of the meat like any other predator, this monster used to tear the animal's neck open and devour its liver. Then he would leave its body for the flies. In social networks, this video has captivated the attention of many people. No one really knows what's hidden behind it, and maybe we'll never find out. Number 3. An unknown monster. Another video that's also from the Indonesian jungle shows us a sighting of something that looks like a deformation of nature. The people behind this video only managed to record and babble, fearfully, some phrases that show the terror of the event, but you'd better see it with your own eyes. The monster advances at a good pace, as fast as a crocodile, but it's clearly not a reptile, or at least not completely. What we are seeing is a strange deformation of the animal kingdom that lacks explanation. Without a doubt, the body and skull shape of this creature belongs to that of a crocodile, but it also has the bulk of a hippopotamus and the small eyes and nose of a pig. However, the creature's teeth also seem to have grown inappropriately, like those of a fish, as they protrude from the mouth and even from the top of its jaw. The images are terrifying and surprising. What could this creature be? Why was it born this way? Could it be an unknown species of lizard or an animal never seen before? Leave us your opinion in the comments. Number 2. A hidden beast. We approach the true horror of nature, and the best way to do it is through a very curious story. Apparently, it all started with a journalist who was doing an investigative report in the Amazon jungle, specifically on the Bolivian side. A giant anaconda managed to approach her slowly without making a sound, and when it was a few meters away, it pounced on the journalist, who fortunately escaped the attack in time thanks to the guides and the team that accompanied her. The group was horrified by the events, especially by the size of this creature. The story ended there, or so they thought. You can see what happened next. A group of heavy equipment workers crossed the path of this beast while excavating. Thanks to the strength of her equipment, they managed to carry the beast, which allows us to see the true dimensions of this reptile with total accuracy. Its body is colossal, as is its size. Some estimates claim that it is over 20 feet long, and others are convinced that it can hold the record for the longest living snake in the world. Unfortunately, it's believed that the workers killed the reptile, so its existence couldn't be verified. Number 1. Feeling watched. Next, you'll witness something that might go unnoticed by many, but to someone with sharp eyes, it's obvious as it is terrifying. Let's see what it's all about. If you haven't noticed it, don't worry, it's normal. This is a random scene. A group of children is gathered to be photographed by their family with the jungle in the background. The place is full of abundant vegetation. It doesn't seem to hide anything strange. However, in the background, there's something out of place. When we zoom in a little, we can observe two amorphous figures that don't belong to a human being or any animal. On the contrary, they resemble the idea we have of alien creatures. Their deformed bodies have disturbing features and, above all, a great interest in observing everything around them. Those who have managed to analyze the video have discovered that the patterns and colors of these beings don't coincide with any type of error or alteration. These shapes seem to portray something that we don't understand. As always, the final verdict about this video is up to you, but it wouldn't be the first time that events of this nature have occurred in the Amazon. In fact, the number of sightings of UFOs and alien creatures on this part of the planet is abundant, and some of them could be surprising. If you're willing to be surprised and ready to discover what could be hiding in the Amazon, then follow us to the next videos and get ready for what you're about to see.